Hey, good morning, Baba Babes from Yosemite Park, California. I am on a little weekend adventure, and it is quite an adventure because it's cold, but I did find signal, so I'm excited. We're doing our broadcast today. How are you out there? Where are you? What time is it? Is it morning, afternoon, or evening for you? Thank you so much for showing up, for being a part of this sacred space, the sacred collective. We're getting together and we are expanding the consciousness of the planet by moving ourselves from fear to love and thus impacting everyone we meet, rippling out to thousands with that same divine love and divine healing energy. Welcome and thank you so much. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Ingrid H. Turner. I'm the founder of the Bhava Spiritual Mission. We are a digital church and we are here, like I said, to raise the frequency of the planet, to bring this beautiful earth into the new age, into the new paradigm, and move from fear to love by any means necessary. We do this a number of different ways. We do this every week by me showing up here live streaming this broadcast and bringing all of us together to say our prayers, to go into a channeled message from spirit, and to do some readings and just get the juices flowing for the week, get spirit enlivened in our life for the week. Hey, Sherry, good morning. Hope you're doing well. So, like I said, I'm in Yosemite and it's cold. There's still frost on the ground. My hotel made it very clear that the Wi-Fi was not going to cut it for streaming videos. I went, okay, but I happened to find this one spot with like 5 signal bars. And it's like, hello, thank you, Spirit. So I shimmied back here this morning and hey, Mary, happy to see you on here. Gorgeous. I'm so happy to see your beautiful comment, your beautiful face and all of that. But so here I am in the one signal spot that I found, and you can't see it because I couldn't position the camera very well, but let me see if I can, yeah, I can tip it. Not really. That's not very good lighting. Anyway, behind me is Cathedral Rock, which is the most fitting place to have 5 bars of signal to do our church service today, to stream our church service. How fucking cool is that? You can't make this shit up, right? So anyway, yes, rocking and rolling, here we are. So yeah, Mary, it is beautiful. But I tell you what, ladies and gents, it is cold. I had my hair the cutest little updo today and I was all ready to go. And I got out here and I went, nope, we're bringing these dreads down because they're like a wool scarf, beanies on. I might put my hood up too because I don't love the cold. It's not my favorite place, but it is super, super awesome to be here. Hey, Ken, glad to see you on here, beautiful. All right, so what are we doing today? If you're new to the broadcast, again, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're finding this helpful, if you're finding this valuable, if you are resonating with the messages from Divine Spirit today, with our healing energy and our all of that good stuff, please invite your friends to watch the broadcast or share this out with whoever you think would resonate, whoever you think it would uplift, because that's the point, right? Is to lift us into a higher frequency, a higher vibration. So here we are. So we are going to be doing a short grounding meditation just to get us all nice and rooted in. And I'll tell you, that is really easy to do in Yosemite. I have not been here before. And I got to tell you, the energy, choice. Okay. It is choice. It is a magical place on earth. So if you have not been here, you should try and make a trip at some point in your life. Hi, Kira. Nice to see you on here. Gorgeous. So we're going to ground in and then we're going to open up with prayer. I'm going to say a prayer to open us up. And that's when I'd like to invite you to join in, say your prayers, add your prayer to the prayer pot. Prayer is so powerful in this new earth, in this new energy, in this new paradigm. It is so powerful. Speak your prayer, type your prayer, get it out from rattling inside you, make it physical and bring it into the atmosphere. It will be answered. Your prayer will be answered. We're going to intentionally say the prayer. We're going to affirm some prayers while we're on here, which means all of us are going to give that prayer of yours an extra push and from our hearts and bring it out into the world. Pray for yourself. Pray for your loved ones. Pray for your not so loved ones. Pray for your challenges. Pray for other people's challenges. Pray for the collective. Whatever is on your heart, share the prayer, leave a comment, get it out of you, make it physical. It will manifest because we are in that kind of energy nowadays. And once we get done with that prayer and getting ourselves all juiced up and bringing through spirit, through our bodies, through our hearts, I'm going to share with you the message that I received from Divine Spirit in my meditation this morning. And then we'll go ahead and do some readings. Now, the readings are for live viewers, so you have to be on the live stream at the time I'm doing the reading to get your reading. I'm going to do a reading for 5 people. I'm going to tune into Divine Spirit and see what's coming for you. Now, if I don't get you to do a focused personal reading for you, that doesn't mean your question or your isn't going to be answered. If you're coming here with a question, with an intention for a question for clarity, spirit is efficient. Okay. I may be talking to one person, but if you're hearing my words and feeling divine spirit come through and your body responds, it reverberates through your body, that's for you. Okay, spirit is speaking to you as well. So stay tuned even while I'm doing the readings for people individually. If I don't get to you today, then know that your answers, your questions almost certainly going to be answered. I get that feedback all the time. People are like, whoa, you didn't read for me, but I got it. I got it. Thank you very much. Because spirit is efficient. Spirit doesn't operate in this linear time container boxy world that we have created for ourselves. It's just not how the universe, how creation operates. We don't really know all the details on how creation operates because that's not what we're here for. We're here for the physical experience. So this is where we bolster our faith. We step into faith. Okay. And we just keep practicing our faith, and then watch the magic unfold in your life as your faith gets stronger and stronger and stronger. Believing is seeing, my friends. Believing is seeing. Okay. So send me warm vibes. I really wish I had gloves today. My fingertips are like, I'm feeling like I just walked like they're going to fall off. So I'm going to do this. Okay. Let's ground in. Close your eyes with me if you're able to. If you're not, just go ahead and listen and breathe along. Take 3 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Feel all of your energy pool in your root chakra. Maybe it'll feel warm or tingly. And just be aware that it's happening. Take a deep breath in and pull the energy from your root into your heart. Exhale and hold the energy in your heart. Inhale and pull the energy from your heart into your crown. Exhale and hold the energy in your crown. Inhale and pull the energy out of your body. Feel it connect to divine source energy. And with the out breath, pull that energy back into your body and into your heart. Breathe in and hold the energy in your heart. Breathe out and pull the energy down to your root. Breathe in and hold the energy in your root. Breathe out and push the energy down your legs and into your feet. Breathe in and hold the energy in your feet. Breathe out and push the energy into the earth. Feel that energy hook in with the earth's core, and take a deep breath in and pull it back up towards your feet. Exhale. Inhale and feel the energy hit the soles of your feet and move up your legs and pull again in the root chakra and exhale into your root chakra. Thank you, God. 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 Thank you. Thank you for this beautiful space, this container that we are all creating together, coming from all corners of the world. Help us open up to divine spirit, creating a web of divine spiritual connectivity, opening up to spirit to receive divine spirit's message today wholly and completely in a way that is understandable. We can use it to transform our own lives and bring it out into the collective, into every experience, every relationship, every moment of our lives from this time forward. Please help us raise the frequency of the planet by raising our own frequency. Help us move consistently from fear to love, from fear to faith. Help us stay in faith, to stay in our hearts, to be open always to the guidance, to the healing, to the messages from Divine Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, at this time, I'd like to invite you to share your prayers as well. And I'd like to take a few moments and just really affirm some of those prayers. I think I'll tell you a little funny thing before I do. I was bitching about being cold a minute ago, and My left leg is totally falling asleep, and as it's falling asleep and all tingly, I'm like, oh, it's warm though. Like, I never really realized that when a limb falls asleep it gets warmer, but now you know, right? Okay, beautiful Mary, praying for healing post surgery, having some complications. Okay, Mary darling, every single one of us on this broadcast, watching the live and watching the replay, is affirming your prayer. We drop into our hearts and we send you divine healing energy. We bathe you in divine healing energy. We hold sacred space for you as you sink more deeply into your body, listen more deeply to your body, and trust spirit to help you navigate to the resources, the experiences, whatever you need, whatever needs to come into your sphere for you to heal completely and totally, move past all complications, anything that might be causing you hiccups, difficulty, pain, anything like that. We ease you into healing by any means necessary. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was beautiful, Mary. Thank you so much. Beautiful Ken, for everyone to feel unconditional love, acceptance, and compassion. Booyah, my love. What a great prayer. I affirm that prayer. We all affirm that prayer, that all of us watching, all of us on the live, on the replay, feeling, experiencing unconditional love, compassion, and acceptance from ourselves, and have that mirrored back to us from everyone in our environment. And may we be able to give that to everyone who we come into contact with. Unconditional love, unconditional acceptance, unconditional compassion. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Good morning, Stella. Praying for patience, positivity, and strength. Thank you for that. I affirm that prayer for patience, for positivity, and for strength. Patience is so powerful. I've really been doing a lot of meditating and contemplating on patience, and I feel really called to share this with you, Stella, and share this with all of us. Patience is sensual. It is divine. It is absolutely a pathway to God. So praying for patience, cultivating patience, and that positivity and the strength that comes from living patient means that you live free and you live in divine spirit. Thank you for that, Stella. Beautiful Nicole, we affirm these prayers for your kids. We surround your beautiful children in divine light. May they grow up knowing themselves, loving themselves, being happy and joyful, and spreading that love and positivity out to all who they connect with throughout the rest of their lives. Thank you for that. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay. So I moved my leg, which is falling asleep, and now it's getting cold because it's tingling and it's got that uncomfortable feeling. Like you guys care, but I thought I would just share my experience streaming from Yosemite. It's really fun, and I'm happy to do it and happy to be here. Okay, message from Divine Spirit today. Coming to the close of 2021. The last 2 years, 2020, 2021, I don't think there's any arguing that has been some kind of fun, right? It's been some kind of transformative. When in spring solstice 2020, we popped into a new paradigm, this new earth. We changed. Everything changed. The whole energy changed. It was like I just saw the planet popping through a dimension. It was like pushing through to another dimension. And that's where we're living. And we look around and we go, so what is this new earth, Ingrid? And Ingrid's always saying, it's love, it's community, it's unity. And we look around and we go, Ingrid, that's not what I'm saying. I'm like, I know. But remember what I said earlier, faith is seeing, okay? We're having a bump. It's like before the creation of anything, you have to have destruction, take it all down to the ground. That's what we're in right now. We are in the chaotic destruction that comes before we take all the pieces and we put them back together and mold them into something else. And the energy that we're going to use to mold these pieces as they all fall apart collectively and personally. I'm talking about both here, collectively, personally. But what matters to you right now is personal. Personal matters as much as collective, and more for you, because your personal healing, evolution, and expansion is the only way that you assist in the evolution and expansion of the collective consciousness. That is how you and I bring in the new earth, is by doing our own goddamn work, is by letting go of the nonsense, the bullshit that we have been carrying in the old paradigm, where we were born into and conditioned into scarcity and competition and fighting and division, all of that. We have to consciously move out of that energy into the energy of love and community and unity. And we do that by moving from fear to faith. from fear to love and being consistent about it and making it a practice. So, my gosh, the sun is coming up over the rocks there. That might be amazing. Woo! Okay, it's all kinds of good, yummy energy here today. Um, so that's what we're doing, right? As a collective and as individuals. So over the last couple of years, you, my love, you have been chipping away at what is not a match for this new earth within yourself. Okay. You've been doing so much more healing and digging and chipping and releasing and letting go than you have any awareness of right now. That's what Spirit says. You don't know how well you're doing, how far along you are. I put those in quotation marks because, again, Spirit doesn't do linear time. That's human language. And I don't really have the language yet. I haven't quite sussed that out for what Spirit is really trying to say. Aside from you're doing so much better, you're further along than you think you are. But remember that that is linear human language, and it's not quite like Spirit means something more than that. And I think when you tap into that, when you tap into the energy of this message and feel it in your body, you're going to feel what I mean more than you're going to hear what I mean. These messages are meant to be fully into the body, not just heard with the mind. Okay. Mind is a very small part of our experience. At least it ought to be. We operate best when it is. Let it sink into your body. So you've been doing so much. And the last 6 weeks or so, we have really come to like that final layer of our own personal breaking apart, the stuff from the old paradigm. And it's coming up a lot of ways in fear, self-sabotage, patterns. We're becoming super aware of what we're afraid of. And I know for me, this has been showing up in little ways and big ways. Like I've been telling my students, I've been telling this story to my students because it's just laughable. I couldn't send an email for 4 weeks. This email was to get a refund for like $1,600. There was no downside. All I had to do was send that email. I couldn't send it because I felt like I was going to have a panic attack every time I thought about sending that email. What is that about? So this is what we've been really dealing with for the past 6 weeks. And a lot of people have been spinning. I feel a lot of us have been spinning going, what is wrong with me? Why am I afraid of the tiniest things? Why am I afraid of, why can't I get things done? Why am I procrastinating? Why am I hitting this wall? What's going on here? And what Spirit says to me is what's going on is you're hitting the last layer. I want you to think of it as like chipping away at shale, right? Layers and layers of shale. When you chip away at a shale rock, like a layer will come off. And then you chip away and another layer comes off. You've been chipping away at the shale rock of your life, of your energy, pulling it away piece by piece by piece. And so effective in it that when you got to this last layer, where your ego is coming in, our ego is coming in with just this massive avalanche of fear, it's because you're at the last layer, my love. It's because you're right there at the breakthrough. So what do you need to do? Crazy courage. Do it right now. And I want to take a little side step here. I want to talk about fear for a minute because there's two kinds of fear that you're feeling in the body. One fear is stop. That's your intuition saying don't do it. And the other fear is merely a symptom of expanding energy. And here's how you tell the difference. Fear that says stop, don't go any further, that feels like dread. Oh, you feel heavy in your body. But fear that is a symptom of expansion that we mistake for our intuition saying stop, it's really your ego saying stop. Now, the ego gets a bad rap. The ego's not the bad guy, but it's a little unruly, okay? It's trying to protect you. And when you're chipping away at that last layer of slate, your ego's going to come in and say, that's really dangerous, honey. Please don't do that. You're going to expand into this big, giant, beautiful light creature. And this ego here does not know how to keep you protected. We can't handle you. The mind and the ego can't handle you. It can. It's going to always exist with you because it's the human experience. But what you have to do is take that crazy, courageous action. Even if it seems really tiny, whatever you're procrastinating on, just do it right now. It'll feel crazy. Take crazy courage. Do it right now. All right. The little things, whatever you're procrastinating on, that is where your expansion lies. The mind and the ego is using every opportunity right now to keep that last piece of slate up so that you don't expand through, so you don't see what's underneath it, because that is how the ego and the mind has learned that you stay safe and you stay alive in the body. It's scarcity, it's fighting, it's competition, it's division, it's all that. It's what it knows and understands. We're in this new earth and this new energy, and like everybody's freaking out because everybody's ego is freaking out because everybody's sensing this new energy, and many people are contracting into fear, and that's why you see so much division. Is because they are contracting to their own fear because they believe the stories their mind is telling them. They believe the story that the ego is telling them, that it's like, oh, this is really dangerous. This is really bad. It's not. Faith over fear. Move from fear to faith. Now, it might take you a hot minute to start to take this courageous little action in your life, and that's okay. Just keep coming back to the heart. Keep coming back to the spirit. You will get there. Now, on another note, like, let me just take this a step up. What Spirit was telling me today is, yeah, there's the little things that you can focus on right now. That's like, what am I afraid to do? What am I procrastinating on? Spirit says, now is the time to get into action, because that is what is going to break apart that stuck energy, that old paradigm energy, that fear energy, that scarcity energy, that division, right? That competition, that clambering over people, climbing the corporate ladder, right? It's going to move you seamlessly into the energy of faith, love, community, and unity. That's what you're on the precipice of. Now, there's the little stuff, but Spirit also wants to talk about the big stuff, right? Spirit says there's no more time to waste. That's why I put it in the title, because Spirit was really strong with that. You have wasted, all of us, humans, Spirit is saying humans, right now, you've wasted a lot of your life experience because of fear. Because we are, and I say you, but I mean we. This is just Spirit coming through, talking to me as you. So I'm saying it that way, but I'm very much in the mix here with the rest of you. Spirit is saying, you've wasted enough of your life not living how you want to live because you're afraid. And it's time for that to go. It's time to break through that last layer of fear, to have crazy courage and take that action. Spirit says you may not have everything figured out, like how you want your whole life to look, but you know how you want to feel. And Spirit says, sink into that. There's two things you need to start doing. You need to get into your intention. How do I want to feel? And some of us may have a really good, clear idea of what our next step is, or even our next few steps. But you know what? This is the direction I want to go in. I know this is what I want to do. I've wanted this for a while, and I haven't done it because why? Because fear. And fear manifests in all kinds of ways, like procrastinating, like I mentioned, people pleasing, right? Duty and responsibility. There are responsibilities that you need to take on that are yours, and there are responsibilities that many people take on because they're afraid, and it's a way for them to self-sabotage and to contract back into their fear. Only you can identify which is what in your life. But Spirit says there's no more time to waste now. We're in a new earth and a new energy. You have to find the courage to expand into the life you truly want to live. I know that I believe in reincarnation. I call it multi-carnation, but you know, it's a thing. I think probably most of us on here do believe in reincarnation or rebirth of some kind. But Spirit says that doesn't matter. This is your one life in this body and this experience. The one thing you don't want to do, Spirit says, is die with regret, is get to the end of your life and say, I didn't even try, or I didn't move in that direction. I cowered away from what I really wanted, how I really wanted to feel. I allowed myself to be there's a word I'm looking for, and it's escaping me. Spirit, the way Spirit comes through me is I get a lot of information and then I find the words from my mind. So I get a lot of feelings and like insight, and then the words. And sometimes I get stuck on the words. I got a little stuck, but essentially like it's self-sabotage. You know, it's choosing fear over love. And this happens in a lot of different ways, a lot of really subtle ways. And so Spirit says there's two things you need to really focus on now. It's your intention. How do I want to feel? And it's letting go, letting go, letting go. And this letting go is an inside job. Letting go is an outside job. You need to let go of beliefs that are like just there because they've always been there. Where did you inherit these beliefs from? Was it your parents, your culture, the TV, media, whatever it was? Just because you believe it doesn't mean it's true. Just because you think it doesn't mean it's true. You choose what you believe. What you believe is what you pour your faith into. Faith is the power, the cosmic power, the God power that is residing in your heart at all times. This is God's self. That is your faith. What you pour your faith into, the thoughts you pour that faith into, which is your belief, that is how you make your reality. You choose, my darling. You choose. And it's a practice. And you're not going to get rid of all the beliefs that don't serve you overnight. And that's okay. You just, when you notice it, you choose something else. You question it. Does that work for me? Has that worked for me? Has that gotten me where I want to be? Right? Letting go of beliefs that don't serve you, thoughts that don't serve you, that don't make any sense in a paradigm of love and unity and community. Remember, love, unity, and community. That's where we're at, my loves. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. And then what else are you letting go of? You know, what are you letting go of? Habits? What are some habits that you have? I have a gnarly TikTok habit in the mornings. When I need to be getting up and doing my grounding meditation first thing, I'll spend 10 minutes on TikTok. It turns into 30 minutes. It's like, that's a habit. That is a fear-based habit. That is a distraction keeping me out of my highest expression. I need to let that habit go. And again, it's a practice. It's a practice. It's a practice. You practice it every day. And eventually practice becomes something that you do consistently. It becomes a new habit, right? Letting go of those old habits, replacing it with a better habit is an easy way to do it because we're physical creatures having a physical experience. And then we're doers. We like to do things, right? What else do you need to let go? All right. What's outside of you that needs to go? Is it a job? Is it relationships, people? Do you need to love somebody from afar? This isn't about necessarily throwing down the boundaries and saying, you get out of my life or you're da-da-da-da. It ain't about them, my love. It's about you. Who do you need to bring in close and love madly? Who's supportive? Who's feeding you? Who's lifting you up and exalting you in your highest expression? And who's still stuck in their own fear-based old paradigm energy that you need to love from afar or put a little distance to and send that energy so that it doesn't impact you and draw you back into an old paradigm. Because remember, because we were born into that old paradigm, that's our default. Scarcity and fear is our default. We have to put in effort and practice moving from fear to love every damn day, all damn day. It's a practice worth doing, though. It's a practice worth doing. Okay. That's what Spirit has for us today. Tell me how that feels. Let's see. We got some comments here, and it's a little bit bright. So let's see. I'm just going to scroll back and see if we have any to come bring on. Beautiful. Yvonne, sending you love, beautiful sister. What beautiful energies in today. Yes, thank you so much. And it's much warmer with the sun coming up over the mountain, even though I can't see nearly as well. It's beautiful. So, good morning, beautiful Charlotte. Expanding, moving forward. Oh, Renee says a huge small message I got today is be fucking outrageous in your life. Boom, sister. Yes, we are riding the same wavelength. Renee is one of our Bhava babes. So like we are definitely riding the same wavelength because we are in that sort of container together. So that's beautiful. You cannot make this stuff up. Beautiful. Kira says correlation between courage and willpower. What a great question. So willpower is your commitment, I feel, what I have coming through. Willpower is your commitment. And sometimes that commitment, I feel like the commitment needs to come before the courageous action. We're fear-based creatures. We come from a paradigm of fear. That courageous action needs to happen because you have that commitment. And that willpower, it takes willpower to make that commitment. So willpower first, willpower to make the commitment. From the commitment inevitably comes that courageous response, that courageous leap forward, that flying off the cliff. All right, Spirit gives me this analogy. It's said to me over and over again. Spirit says, jump off the cliff, take the leap. Your wings will grow on the way down, which is kind of amazing. All right, we're starting to get people coming around. So let's do some readings, okay? Who's on here who would like a message from Spirit? I'm going to do 5 today for 5 live viewers. Go ahead and leave your question here or leave, if you just want a general reading, I'm happy to just tune in and see what Spirit has for you. Again, if you're finding this message has been valuable to you and it's helping you uplift you and you feel like this would be helpful for other people, share this out. Share it with your friends and your family, the people who need this Juicing this juice at the beginning of their week. Like the Bhava Spiritual Mission Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and click the little notification bell so you get notified when we go live. All right. And if you're really showing up here and you're finding lots of value in the Bhava Spiritual Mission, consider leaving us a donation. You know, money makes the world go round. So anything you can do to help support us in our hard costs for doing the broadcasts and keeping our website up and running and offering our services and paying our people would be super helpful and appreciated. Any little bit any little bit helps. So thank you so much. Okay, readings. Okay, Joki. Oh, did I get that right? I love your name. I love the way it's spelled, and I have the way that I say it in my head. And you actually told me how to pronounce it, and is whatever's in my head is what is like hanging out of my head. Anyway, so we'd like a reading. So I'm just going to just clear out the energy, open up to divine spirit. My guide is here for you. Oh, honey. Okay, I feel a lot of energy in the power center, and I feel an eruption from the power coming out of my throat and out of my mouth. My darling, I feel like you really are in this energy that I'm talking about, and it is erupting out of you. There's something powerful for you to speak, for you to say. It's almost like a yelling, but not in a resisted, or it's not in a defensive kind of a way. It's just all of this energy has been stored in your body. You've been so good and nice and kind, and your voice needs to come out. It's hanging out in your power center, and your voice is going to be erupting from you, coming out into the world. Don't do anything to stop it. Yes, it's scary. Yes, you might get some, people will be like, whoa, blow back, to hell with them. You just say what you got to say when you need to say it, in the way that you need to say it. My darling, you got this. Your voice is powerful. It needs to come out. And once it's out of you, I hear singing. Spirit is singing to me. It's this beautiful voice. Yeah, it's going to come out like a volcano, because it's been stuck in there for so long. Big eruption. But once it's out, your voice, what you bring out into the world, becomes a song. I'm getting like a siren song, Pied Piper, the kind of songs that draw people in, that kind of thing. So don't be afraid to let your voice erupt. And you can feel there's going to be some intensity with it, Spirit says. Like, it's going to be intense for you. It's going to be intense for the people around you. And that's what you just need to go through, so that you can begin to sing this song that is going to draw in people. It's a way that you heal. All right, this song. I don't know if that's literal or not. I feel like it doesn't have to be literal, but it could be literal, is what I'm getting. So yummy, yummy. Okay. Beautiful Stella, general message. Okay, I feel a lot of energy in my lower back, and I'm wanting to move my lower back. That's across from the sacral chakra, deep in the sacral chakra. So Stella, beautiful, you're really I'm really getting physical movement for you, especially in the hips and the sacral, and moving the back and bending it is really important for you. There's a huge amount of creativity hanging out in that sacral chakra, and I feel like you're not really aware of it. You're not aware of the creative energy that you're holding and that you're carrying inside you. It just feels like this big, I feel like you, like a big belly, like I feel like you might even carry some weight there because of the creativity that feels stuck there. And for you, movement, dancing, like if you did belly dancing, I don't know, that doesn't really feel like you'd want to do that, but like it's some kind of movement around the hips, around moving the hips back and forth, side to side, moving that belly. That's really important for you, because you've got to dislodge this creative energy. You've got to get it flowing through your body. I feel it breaking apart, and I feel it moving down your legs, and I feel it moving up into your body, and you're really a creative being. And it's not creative, like, yes, art is creative, and you might decide to do that, but this is more about an energy. This is creative energy that is really calcified and stuck in the sacral, which is the seat of creativity. But you need to break it apart so that it starts to move through your whole body, and you begin to live your life in this really beautiful, feminine, receptive, creative way, and stop worrying. Oh my God, as soon as you stop worrying and stop worrying about the future, your heart is going to expand. Whenever you catch yourself worrying about the future, you've got to stop that. It is a choice. It's a practice. You have to get into the practice of staying in the present, in the now, and going into your heart, moving your belly, moving your hips. This is going to break it open very quickly, because this is the natural place where you reside, in this creative energy. That's where you naturally sit. So it's going to be easy for you to get there. That creative energy, I just use orange energy, like for the sacral chakra, just radiating from your whole body. And that creative space is your heart's gonna open when you get into the present moment and you move your hips. Okay, and then you're going to start to see that your life gets easy. Life hasn't been easy for you, and it's going to get easy when you move into this energy. And I feel called to say, give me support with that. Let me know. Okay. Good morning, beautiful Faizana. Um, Renee, General, next stop on your trip. Okay, let's see what we got, Renee. I've got Mons here, and he's just like, oh, he's doing this like from the heart. You know, like get your head around that one. He says to you got to go where it's most fun for you, where it's fun. He says doesn't matter how far away it is. He says he loves it that you travel because you get into a state of mind that you don't often let yourself get into, which is you have fun. You're meant to have fun. You're designed to have fun. He says you need to have more fun. He says it doesn't matter where the hell you go, honey. Go wherever it's fun. Well, the hell, that's my words, but he says go where it's fun. Go where it's fun. Go where there's interesting people. I feel like there's some friends that you can go visit that you haven't seen in a while, and it might seem a little out of reach is what I'm getting, but that's what I got for you. Yeah, have fun. Okay, beauties. Um, Beautiful Nicole. How many have we got? Is this number five? I think this is number five. Um, let's see. Okay, beautiful Nicole. Your uncle came through in a dream last night, and it's been an intense day for me. Anything coming through for me as for that dream? Okay, I feel the power center. I feel the heart. What do we got? You're particularly open psychically today, Nicole. That's why the dream came through, partly. Also, there's assistance from your ancestors from the other side right now. And I'm feeling a real like calm energy. Like you can see my voice has slowed down, gotten really calm. And it just feels like you need to be calm and slow and deliberate. You're breaking open a little bit psychically today, which is why it feels intense because you're actually feeling more energy than you normally do. So it feels more intense. You'll get used to it, is what Spirit's saying. You'll get used to it. Take it slow. Spirit says take it slow. Anything that comes at you today, be deliberate, be slow, move slow, move slow, move slow, move deliberately. All right. Okay, I can't remember if that's 4 or 5, so I'll do one more. Faizana, beautiful, touchy subject that have to speak to someone about and hoping taking the right path to go about it, love and light. Ooh, I love those situations, not. I know that's great, Faizana. You're so beautiful. Okay, feeling into the energy. I feel the root really strongly. Feel the root and I feel a little bit in the sacral, but mostly I'm feeling the root. And okay, so Mons is saying that this is really speaking to your sense because it's the root chakra, your sense of safety and stability in yourself and in the world. And this is a really important thing for you to move through. And it's not really important in the sense that it's like this is important as part of like your physical life and this is going to make a huge impact on your life. It's not that. It's an energy. It's like what we talked about earlier. There's that fear. We have to take these courageous steps to break apart that energy. This is the way that you learn to feel more safe in yourself and in your body. And what Spirit says is be kind, be kind, be kind. Spirit said to me something to me yesterday that made me laugh. He said, Spirit says, you dominate with kindness. And so I'm going to pass it along to you because it feels like that's appropriate for you. You dominate with kindness. There's going to be some reactivity, and I feel like you're anticipating this. And if you just stay firmly grounded, kindness will keep you grounded. Stay firmly grounded in your kindness. And that is how you are going to dominate the situation. And I don't mean dominate like destroy or control. I mean dominate like this is how you're going to get through to the other side. And you're going to feel strengthening of the areas of the root chakra, which is security in yourself, in your environment, in your world, right? So that's why this is important for you. And that's why it's kind of like, woo, coming up. Dominate with kindness is what I'm getting. All right, beautiful. Thank you so much, everybody, for jumping on and creating this beautiful space. And it's perfect. The sun is going behind another rock. It's getting cold again. Thank you for joining me in beautiful Yosemite, California. It was really a treat to be able to do this broadcast from here. This energy was fantastic. It made me feel really light and excited, and I'm sure that came through, and it really came through. You're feeling that from you as well. So thank you so very much. Again, if this has been helpful to you, please share with your friends and family. Put this out there. Put the energy of divine spirit and divine healing energy out there. Okay. And if you are showing up and consistently receiving positivity and value, consider making a donation. The link is in the description of the video. You can do a one-time donation or you can set up a monthly recurring donation. We are a church. It is tax deductible. So anything that you're able to contribute really helps us out. And thank you so very, very, very much. Like so very much. You have an amazing rest of your Sunday. And I will see you again next week. Same time, not the same place. I'll probably be home, but maybe not. Maybe it'll be a surprise. But anyway, have an amazing rest of your day. I love you.